Coming up, the Jets fly into New England, but it's been the Patriots in the cockpit for this rivalry. Having defeated New York in the last 11 meetings, they go for 12 straight right here on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Patriots. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situations where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. This defense for the Patriots, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
This is Bell on the dump off. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. Now Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there for the Patriots.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he gets it down to the 32. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the Patriots who got the win on the road, so they'll look to finish off the sweep here in Foxborough. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From the gun on 3rd down. Jones, complete. It's Henry. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive.
Touchdown! Damian Harris with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Returnable here for Davis. And he returns this to the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing now is Morgan. And he'll get this underneath to Bell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter and continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to...
And shutting him off, now open field. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Jones throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 55 rushing yards now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's Jones on 3rd and 2. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. It's caught on the right side at Smith. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down and goal. Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more. Touchdown, Patriots! Hunter Henry! His 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Patriots add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Folk, and it's now 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Morgan's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. From the 30 on 2nd down. Morgan over the middle, complete. That's Davis. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Off of a play fake, here's Morgan. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Foxborough to capture the season series. To throw again on 2nd down. Morgan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Morgan sets up to throw on 1st down. Fights through it. He'll check it down to Bell. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the second quarter. Todd Gurley accounting for the lone scoring thus far as he's cashed in with a touchdown run. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Nick Chubb, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford.
and they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Sterling Shepard, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets, and they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half, and it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. But a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Patriots to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 64 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Jones, complete. Hunter Henry with a grab.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st down, it's Harris, and he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. They'll run again with Harris. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there for the Patriots. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. Nikel Roby-Coleman up to make the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they... Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, and they go back to Harris. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On second down now, it's Harris, and he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's rushing for him now as he has been... On second down, it's Harris, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the fourth quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
A strong running. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it here. This is James White. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Patriots are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Returnable here for Davis. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. New York ready to go again offensively. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now Folk for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Returnable here for Davis. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Morgan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Morgan. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't